As far as water coming in the trailer, if one day you ever leave a window open, well, even the walls, the ceiling, the floor, and the cabinetry, nothing can get damaged by water in here. We've chosen to go with that kind of material to ensure that the shell that is the Alto would withhold all that time.
Hey folks, Stay from the 6 here, coming to you from Lévis, Quebec, just outside of Quebec City. I've driven all the way up here to share with you some incredible lightweight trailers. I'm at the Safari Condo dealership location, just a few minutes away from their factory. Today, we are looking at the Safari Condo A2124. A stands for aerodynamic. It's an incredibly aerodynamic trailer. So that's its one claim to fame. Second claim to fame is your base dry weight with no options is just 2,543 pounds. Yet you're getting a very long trailer with a lot of features. So I'm really excited to show you around the outside, show you the inside, and of course we'll go through our pros and cons. Let's get started. All right, let's start on the utility side of the A2124. Now the trailer is backed right up to the wall here in the dealership, so I'm not going to be able to show you the back, but basically besides our stabilizers, we have some nice tail lights. Backup camera is going to be an option, not all of them will have it though. And you can see we have a nice bumper as well. And we do have storage back here as well. It looks like this one is locked, however, but I'll be able to show you that on the inside because we're going to have access to that on the inside as well. I guess I should point out as well, at the back here, it is also tapered. So it's not to a complete triangle like it is at the front, but it is very tapered to help with the aerodynamics and just smooth out the airflow at the back of the trailer. Everything on this trailer is optimized for aero, including underneath the trailer. And as you can see, it's extremely smooth under there. Now we do have an outdoor shower, and I believe that's optional. And we have our city water and our gravity fill for the fresh water tank. I'll put the tank sizes up on the screen. And we have our power 30 amp, and that plugs in, as you can see, as a separate cable, which means there's no hole there that mice and bugs can get in. Now this particular one is optioned with the caravan mover. So you can see it has a motor here, and basically you can control the vehicle by remote control. And this is for folks that aren't comfortable with backing it in. So basically they can just unhitch and then use the caravan movers to back it in or to just maneuver it around the campsite as they wish. What it also means is that you can get whichever windows you want pointed at whichever view you want them pointed at, regardless of whether at the front, the back, what have you. So that's a neat feature. Have nice alloy wheels as well. You can see we have the dump station right here. We also have the gravity drain for the fresh water tank. And I like the design that Safari Condo uses on their black and their gray. And as you can see, it tucks up when you're driving, and then when you're actually going to dump, you can actually fold it down. Just means it keeps it away from road debris and keeps it tucked up a little bit better, which is a nice design. We'll just put that back up. And you can see how the underbelly is extremely smooth and that even this plumbing is tucked up inside of the underbelly. And here we have more storage, and this is going to be underneath the bench. This one looks like it's open, so. And there you go. You can see a huge amount of storage under the bench. And as you can see, we have the upholstery at the top. So you're going to be able to access this just by lifting up the bench on the inside as well. I'll show you that when we get inside. Now, these trailers have aluminum frames, aluminum bodies, everything structural is aluminum on these trailers. Still able to use weight distribution though, and this one has the weight distribution option on it as well. And this is a good time to mention that a lot of the things that I'm going to show you are optional. And essentially the way Safari Condo works is you're building a custom trailer. So they have a base price with just a basic trailer, and then you add things like air conditioning and whatever you want. Now some folks are like, oh, well, why is air conditioning optional? Well, keep in mind we are up here in Canada, and a lot of us don't need air conditioning on our trailers, so we wouldn't want it to be standard. Same thing, we have a manual tongue jack on this. You could option a power tongue jack as you want. We have a wheel as well, so that to help with maneuvering the trailer around. And you did see those big wheels in the storage compartment as well, which would be used if you're using the caravan mover. Coming around, we have stabilizers on the front as well. We have another storage. This particular one is locked, but that's going to be under the bench on the other side of the dinette. And we see that we have a single step, and it's very simple in function. So just tucks like that when you're traveling, and then when you're not traveling, just like so. Now we do have a grab handle and a LED porch light, and we have a huge awning style window. We had those on the other side as well. And these tip out. You can pass things in and out of the trailer through them. Really nice feature to have. And of course you can leave them open even when it's raining, and you don't have to worry about the rain getting into the trailer. Here we have two 120 volt outlets, and then we also see the caravan mover for this side. So obviously there has to be a motor on both wheels. And it basically means the trailer, because they're two independent motors, it can spin in opposite directions and just do a 360 if that's what you need it to do. This is the outlet and the inlet for the Truma Combi furnace. And then we have access to even more storage back here underneath the rear benches. And again, this one is locked, but I will show you the storage inside. And finally, we have a large awning with LED lighting covering the campsite. I just realized I missed one of the biggest outdoor storage areas, and also where our propane tanks can be, and that's going to be this big door right here. And there you can see, in this case, we only have one, but there is space for two. And then at the front, because it's so triangular, you have a huge amount of space to store anything you want. In this case, we have a Prodigy brake controller mounted in there, but you know, you name it, you can put whatever you want in there. So plenty of extra storage in here as well. All right, heading inside the A2124. And as you can see, we have a beautiful screen here, so we can leave the front door open and not let the bugs in. If you really want to get a breeze going, that can be very helpful. And of course, we do have a max air fan up there as well to help with that. And you can specify a fantastic fan, max air fan. You're really custom building these trailers when you put one together. Now coming inside, we'll give you just a bit of a lay of the land. So we have a dinette at the front, and it's a triangular dinette matching the triangular nature of the pointy nose of this trailer. There's tons of storage underneath these benches, and we have cup holders up at the front as well, and then almost like a nice countertop kind of table surface there as well. Spinning around towards across from the door, we have a fridge. It's a neat fridge that opens both ways. We'll show you that. That door of the bathroom has some nice coat hooks on it, and there's plenty of storage above the fridge as well. And then right to the left of the door, we have our kitchen and plenty of storage in there. Tons of overhead storage throughout the entire back of this trailer. And we have two benches, and again, we can function almost as two twins, or we can function as a king bed, keeping in mind though that we have lopped off those corners for the aerodynamic shape of this trailer. So let's start with the kitchen. And we have a 2-burner Dometic stove, as you can see. And I'm not crazy about the design of this Dometic stove because of the way the handle works. You kind of have to pull it in order to close it. And I have seen lots of them get broken at all various shows that I've been visiting, as people didn't understand how they worked. Here we have a Dometic sink, and it is of the fold-up variety, kind of similar to what you would get in a boat. It's a decent size. I have it in my trailer. We use it, wash the dishes. It works great. A lot of people do upgrade to a larger one though, but we haven't done that. We've stuck with this one. You can see in the kitchen we also have our full control panel. So we have a switch here which can either power the microwave or the electrical outlet. It doesn't power both at the same time. That's just something Safari Condo has done to try to prevent people from trying to run a toaster and the microwave at the same time. We have a dimmer switch and a power switch for the lights. That's controlling all of the LED lights in the roof of the trailer. We can dim them, we can turn them on and off, and I'll just see, that's off, that's on, and so on. And we have the Truma controller, and that controls our Truma hot water heater and furnace. And then we have USB plugs, so that's an A and a C. We have 2 sets of those. And then we have our tank monitors and some light switches as well. And right above that, we have our microwave. And as you can see, nice little microwave. It's not a convection microwave, however, it's just a regular microwave. And then below, we have plenty of storage. So I'm going to show you underneath the sink first. And now in our trailer, this is all we have for the kitchen, and we are able to fit everything. A full set of pots and pans, full set of plates and dishes, everything. You have a cutlery tray for your cutlery. So you'd be amazed just at how much space you have here. But of course, this being a bigger trailer than ours, we have plenty more storage with these drawers. So some huge drawers, big enough for pots, or if you do what we did and fit everything in that one spot, you could use these for clothes. But these are big, deep drawers. And then at the bottom, we have more storage. Now we also have cabinet storage up above, and this is going to wrap all the way around the back of the trailer. And as you can see, and these are just about deep enough, I would say, for a dinner plate. They're not super deep, but I mean, boy, you've got a lot of them, so it just adds up to a ton of storage. We would love to have these, but we have the retractable roof model, so there's no way to do overhead storage in it. But as you can see, just massive amounts of storage. These sliders Velcro closed so that they don't move when you're traveling. And now at the back here, this is an incredibly deep storage area. And I don't even think, yeah, I can't reach. I got about another 2 or 3 inches to go in order to actually reach to the back there. So just massive amount of storage. You could put all of your bedding up there if you wanted to. And I'll just show you on the other side as well. And then on this side we have 2 smaller cabinets because we've got the closet in the bathroom here as well. Here's the controller for the air conditioner, and that is mounted underneath one of the seats so that it's not on the roof to help with aerodynamics. Here is our closet. So we do have a hanging closet, so you can store some hanging clothes. So you've really got everything that you need in terms of storage. I don't think for our camping style we could never even fill all of this space. Now I'm going to spin around to the fridge first before we go inside the wet bath. And this is a neat fridge because if you're sitting in the dinette, you can open it from the dinette side. Nice big freezer and huge fridge. Or if you're working in the kitchen, you can open it from the kitchen side as well. And that works with both the fridge and the freezer. So loving that. Now we do have a solar package on this particular trailer, and there's the controller for it right there. And this is more storage, so another huge cabinet above the fridge here. All right, let's take a look inside of that wet bath. So this one does have a corner sink. That's most likely an option. And we have our toilet. This trailer does have a black tank, and I'll put tank sizes up on the screen. Now, in order to take a shower, you are using a shower curtain that goes all the way around, and you can see the shower curtain, just get you guys up there. You can see the shower curtain right there, and that's going to go all the way around. But you do have a good amount of space in here, and let me just do the space test for you. Now, I'm exactly 6 feet tall. We do go up a little bit to get into the shower pan, and I just fit. So maybe an inch, maybe not even an inch. It's just a hair over 6 feet in here. In terms of elbow room, there is a fair amount of space. I might be tempted not to get this if it's an option, because that does eat into your space a little bit, and I think I would rather have that for hip room. But yeah, you know, you're going to be able to take a shower. This is your shower head, so just like so. And we'll give the toilet a check as well. And yeah, there's, you know, elbow room on the left is a little bit tight. The right has plenty of space, but overall, this is definitely a 2 thumbs up. It's quite a spacious wet bath. Now, no Safari Condo tour is complete without showing you the incredible amount of storage underneath the benches. So as you can see, here we have our truma. So we've got mechanical on this part. But if I come over to the other side here, and we have a huge, just massive storage area. So you can access it through these sliders, or you can access it by just lifting up the bench. And you can see just how massive the space is. And same thing at the back. We just lift up these cushions and you have a huge storage area back here. Just lift them both up so you can see. So they have some more cushions back here right now, but you can put whatever you want in here. All right, we've got those set up. We'll show you underneath this bench now. And again, just massive amounts of space underneath here. And we have the same at the front. Now, as you can see on this side, that's the air conditioner. So there's not storage underneath this one. But on the other side, we have that outdoor storage that we saw from the outside. Another thing I should point out is just the huge amount of glass. And these are all awning style windows, and they all have both screens and shades. And as you can see, the entire rear of the trailer is basically glass. And here we have this big one at the kitchen, which means you can pass food out as you're cooking, which is really handy. This opens quite wide. I don't want to open it all the way because it's so narrow between the two trailers, but you just open them up and you can tighten them at whatever spot you want. And of course, we do have a blackout shade or a screen or any combination of the two that you want, which is a really nice feature. And you have that on every single one of these awning style windows in the trailer.
It's time for pros and cons, and as we always do, let's start with the pros. First up is the aluminum structure that this trailer shares with all Safari Condo Altos. Yes, it results in lightweight for sure, but it also means a robust trailer that should stand the test of time. We own a Safari Condo, and our trailer has been camped in 240 nights over 3 years, including as a rental on Outdoorsy, and we've had no major issues and no leaks. Let's hear from the company about how Safari Condos are built and backed.
Hello, my name is François Laforêt. I'm in charge of the marketing and also all the dealer that Safari Condo has. Safari Condo was born 27 years ago. We started by vans, and then 17 years ago, Daniel Nadeau, our founder, decided to create the R series in the Alto. So he started by the 1713 and the 1723 to offer something different. The way we're built, 2 sheets of aluminum with an honeycomb nest made of plastic in the middle. We glue them together and then vacuum it. And then it becomes our walls, ceiling, and the floor. The walls and ceiling are 3/4 of an inch and the floor is an inch. Gives us some different R values, but we're still a 3-season camper. So basically, since we use this kind of material, it makes the trailer very lightweight because basically there's nothing beside air in the middle. As far as water coming in the trailer, if one day you ever leave a window open, well, even the walls, the ceiling, the floor, and the cabinetry, nothing can get damaged by water in here. We've chosen to go with that kind of material to ensure that the shell that is the Alto would withhold all that time. We guarantee the Altos 2 years bumper to bumper, so we add items in the trailer that are very high quality. So we're so confident in what we install in our trailer that we can even guarantee the fridge or anything else that we put in.
Back to pros, and my second pro is the aerodynamic shape. It makes the trailer look unique, but more importantly, extends the range of both gas and electric tow vehicles. Anything that makes towing more efficient is a win in my books. My final pro is the amount of storage in this trailer. With underbench, overhead cabinets, plus drawers and regular cabinets, there's plenty of storage in this trailer. The ample storage just happens to bring me to my first con, which is that the A2124 has the lowest cargo capacity of any Safari Condo Alto at just 957 pounds before options. You'll need to take care to not overload the trailer. My second con is a side effect of the aero shape, and it's the lost space on the beds. Well, it still sleeps 4, especially the front bed is tighter than in regularly shaped trailers. My final con is upfront price. As of June 2025, the A2124 starts at 65,409 Canadian dollars, or 54,759 in US dollars. Lower maintenance costs and high resale value help to keep the overall ownership cost competitive, but it is still a steep entry point. My overall verdict on this trailer is that it makes a lot of sense, especially for folks who are towing with an electric vehicle. The slippery bodywork will extend range, with just a small amount of bed space being the only sacrifice. If I was towing with a gas vehicle, though, I might be tempted by Safari Condo's dual-axle trailer, the 2414, which offers more space, bigger beds, and a dry bath for the same price. Watch for a walkthrough of the 2414 on the channel coming soon. Click the link on the screen to see the A1752 Safari Condo's smaller aero-optimized trailer. Thanks for watching and take care.